Hello, hello, hello. It has been a couple of days, so I'm speaking a little quieter than normal. That's because my voice was gone for like the entire day. And I stopped talking the whole day, and now it's back a little bit. So I'm kind of like whispering. So I refrained from talking to talk better now. Hello. I'm still a bit sick. I'm still sickly, but I'm okay. It's just the seasonal allergies kicking my ass again. Music is loud. Okay. I can't tell that one. Thank you. How's it now? Is it still audible? Hello. But yes, I'm not as loud as I usually am because my voice just kind of gave out on me. So I have to be nice and quiet now. I'm still all sniffly too. But yeah, I'm still a little it's like an allergy sickness. Yeah, when I get like when my allergies hit me really bad like they did, I feel like sick, and then like my throat is always the one that gets hit the hardest. So like it's okay though. It's not like I couldn't be here, right? If I couldn't, I wouldn't. So I'm fine. However, we have more pressing matters ahead of us. I heard somebody, some person who exists in the pre-chat said a thing a second or two ago about how Himmel is not as good as I say he is. Excuse me? Do I hear falsities being spread? Are people lying publicly? Yeah, my sense is kind of kicked off. Somebody might be publicly lying to us all. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Because people who lie like that are never trustworthy. You should never trust somebody who lies so blatantly out in the open like that. They probably don't smell very nice. That's my insult for the day. Okay. I'm very good at this. Okay. So, the main reason why I wanted to do the anime stream, and just title it that instead of doing anything creative, is because, what the heck? What am I moving? What did I touch? Oh, I grabbed something else. Okay, I grabbed something in the background. I was so confused. Okay. It's because I've been watching a lot of anime recently. Yay. I watched Ranking of Kings, the whole of it when I was when I was like at my sickest. I watched all of Ranking of Kings. And it was really good. I really liked it. It was just fun. It was sad, it was fun. I cried. I was sad. But yes, it was sad. I really liked it though. It was a lot of fun. Sorry, I have to swallow so often right now because it's like mucus in the throat. It's all gross. I feel all gross on the back of my throat. Very yucky and gross. So, to start this off, the true anime stream experience. What have you watched recently? Let's start there. Let's start from that very point. What have you watched recently? And if I have watched it, I will talk on it, and then explain to you why it's either good or bad taste. Because I'm the judge of that. If I don't like it, then it's bad. It sucks, actually, preferably. Oh my god. I have so many. Oh, I have so many tissues I have to pick up. Yeah. It's so. It's the worst. Allergies are the worst kind of sickness. I'm watching a little known show called Freer. Heard of it? No, I don't think I have actually. I don't think I have. But could you explain it to me? Could you tell me who the main character is and how cool she is and how the manga is really good? And real about so real talk on Freerun now. I'm so happy that it's getting such a good adaptation. I read the manga, like I'm still keeping up with it. I'm still up to date with each chapter as it comes out. Oh my god, is it good? The main thing that I like about it and how it goes about everything is the way that it does storytelling in its world. Not even just the main story itself, but how the world, the world's storytelling. Like how magic isn't a set of rules to be followed. It is a thing that exists within the world and can be changed depending on discovery and I guess scientific evolution of it. Like, okay, I'm gonna make a new text thing. Okay, that's way too fucking big. Cause just in case people care about any slight mentioning of stuff that happens in any of the series that we'll talk about today. Just in case, better safe than sorry. I kind of agree. I love it when anime manga goes so out of their way to explain exactly how magic works and why and it's very fascinating to me. Same. I think all series are better off when they give the world outside of the protagonist more than just a blanket where the story is told, and they actually make it 3D. It's not like a stage play, right? They aren't. There isn't just the actors in running around. It's a more expressive medium than a stage play, in the sense that they can make genuine, massive settings that go on forever and ever. So use that to your advantage when you're writing a story where the world can be more than what you wrote it to be, right? Because the thing that I like about shows like Freerun is that people just live their lives in that series, and sure, Freerun's really really cool and stuff, right? She's real powerful and stuff, but we get to see a lot of people who don't really see that side of her, and it doesn't really matter to them because being strong isn't everything. I think that's one of my favorite things about a lot of the shows that I watch. It's when they just take the time to genuinely make the world feel like it's 3D. There are people in this world who do not give a shit about the main plot. It does an amazing job, I agree. There's no character in that story that like there's no like background characters in that story that feel like they just are waiting to move from one stage to the next. Like people just live their lives. Like we don't need we don't need to spend forever on these people because they're just random people at the end of the day, right? But like they can do stuff, they can help and be important, but they just kind of keep on keeping on. And I adore that kind of storytelling. Yeah. That's why I've really been liking Dungeon Meshi or Delicious in Dungeon as well, because they do a really good job explaining how the ecosystem of the dungeon actually works. Like how there's a genuine food chain in the dungeon. And how you can, like, just like a natural place, you can throw it off bounds by hunting and changing the area. Like, it's just cool when they take the time to like genuinely make the world feel like a thing. So actually I have a question for you all now, and another one to compound. What do you all think about, like, what are all of your like favorite genres? What genres do you all like? I'm curious because I'm kind of a like I suppose I kind of linger around three, which is fantasy, shonen, and slice of life. Those three are very nice. Also, actually, one thing I want to mention, last time I mentioned on Fearin for a little bit. So, fun fact actually, when I was designing myself, I was thinking about how I wanted to do the nose. And then I looked at the Fearin art, and then I was a thief and I stole how they do the noses in Fearin. Because it's very nice, I like it. Like the front on nose look. I don't get the side view noses that they get in Fearin, but like I get the front view one. It's all that really matters. Science fiction, fantasy, and older works of what today would be considered realistic fiction. I haven't actually heard of realistic fiction. I suppose that stuff that's kind of like there's falsities in it, but it's based off of real things. Or like it's retelling events, but not really. Oh, it's gonna be happening a lot today. Thank you. But what is it? Yeah, I mean I've heard of the other ones besides realistic fiction. Like I know science fiction. I used to be a bigger science fiction fan, but realistic fiction would be, for example, Oliver Twist and or A Tale of Two Cities. I'll have to look those two up. I will do so right now. Just okay. Okay, now I will. Plot twist. Oh, is it a book? In A Tale of Two Cities. Yeah, okay, they're both by the same person, okay. Oh, okay. So it's a fake story made out of a real setting. I'm glitching out because I'm using tissues. Isn't Benjamin Button the one where like there's this child and then like he's really old when he's young and he's really young when he's old, he like ages backwards. Isn't that Benjamin Button? That's what I think it is. Yeah, person who reverse ages. Yeah, I knew it. I haven't actually watched that movie, but I've seen a plot summary. It was very interesting, like, concept-wise. Also, speaking of movies, by the way, a perfect segue into a movie that I watched. I just wanted to mention that let's talk about the anime that I have watched. I did not just watch Ranking of Kings. I'm just gonna remove slight because sometimes I might say things more accidentally because I know myself. Okay. So, the movie that I have watched, the only movie I've really watched recently, right? Like that was like, that's kind of is like on the topic of the anime thing. Is I watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Yippee! I watched it. I said I would, and I did. It was very interesting. I liked the concept. I liked the way it was executed. It was very nice. I also watched the beginning half of season 2, the like prequel half, the like flashback half. It was very fun. I liked that part too. I have my choice words about the the first half of season 2, but they aren't like negative. I thought the first half of season 2 is like my favorite thing out of that series so far. But I still have choice words for it. Also, yeah, I understand it. How the fan service in that series is just reversed. How it's all like the dudes that get the fan servicey scenes. Like the Gojo man gets a lot of them. And again, I think to the people who are like his biggest fans, any scene of him is fan service. They could show like his foot in the corner of the screen and then people would be like losing their shit. Do I find... Wait, which aspect? Oh, what, the male, basically male exclusive fan service? I don't mind it. I'm not a stickler for that stuff unless it's over the top. like unless you're doing fan service like as blatantly and as overtly as possible, right? Like I can look past it. Because I've seen a lot of like fan servicey things where like they just take it way too far. There's a point when it's fan service, and there's a point when you should just be writing a different genre. Or a different age rating, I suppose. If you understand what I am saying. Because they just go so crazy with it sometimes, and it's like kind of insane. Because in my opinion, fan service is any time you do something that the fans would enjoy, like that what just is a thing for the fans specifically. And like if it's done poorly, I hate it. I mean, technically they can be, right? If you really think about it, fan service isn't just like fan service has been kind of put down to one kind of term, but fan service is a lot of things. There's a ton of stuff fans just love. Like if I'm gonna be a real stickler here and pull up the wiki. Oh no, okay, well, no, okay, so in this sense, I mean, it depends on which definition, I suppose. Because I was thinking about it in the other way, because the one way is like, if they're like being NSFW about it, or like hinting at that, that kind of one I don't really care for. I mean, yeah, that's what I was mainly thinking of, Gregory. I was thinking of, when I'm thinking of fan service, I was thinking of that context. And I mean, in the context of anime fan service, I kind of clocked it in. I don't really like care for it, but I don't really hate it, I suppose. Only when it's overdone. I like it when it's not. I like subtle over versus over the top. Because subtle is better. I think subtle where like it makes sense within the story. It doesn't derail an entire scene or do anything like that is better than like the anime that like really try and linger on the fact that they have fan service in here. Like they kind of like sit on the shot and go, by the way, did you know that fan service is a part of this series? Yeah, I bet you didn't know that one from the 7 times you saw this in your YouTube shorts, because the fan service just gets clipped really often. Like it's better when it's subtle, when it's like, because then it doesn't interrupt anything, and it's just like a thing that happens, like people go back and forth, something happens, you move on, the scene ends, it doesn't interrupt anything, it's to add rather than to subtract, if you get what I mean. actually, I will do a Q&A, and I'm a little bit into this, but I will preface that today might be one of the shorter ones because my vocal capacity is considerably lower today. Like my endurance is so low. It's very tiny. Remember to take care of yourself first. I'm trying my best. Right now I have a water bottle next to me, so I'm drinking that. To keep my throat from getting too scratchy. Because as it is right now, there's a little scratch on the back of my throat. I can't talk very loud because then it'll get really bad and then I can't talk at all. Okay. So, yes, I have been watching, Jujutsu Kaisen, the movie in season 2, the first 5 episodes. It was good. I liked it. I think it's very beautiful. Like, well done. I think they did an amazing job. Yeah, I think this stream's gonna probably like put like go like maybe just I'm not gonna cap it. Somebody did. Hello. I was talking about it. Because I watched it. I liked it. It's very nice. I like a lot of the characters in it, and I like the motivate. I like the author did a very good job. Oh my god. God damn it. I mean, you could still. There's probably somebody you could apply that to in JJK. It feels like anyway. So like, you could just backhandedly reverse that back into what the show is. The director for season 1 is really good. Yeah, he did a good job. I think my favorite description of what JJK is kind of like, it's like a shonen anime, because it is, but they cut out all the bullshit. Like, the series knows why you're here and isn't gonna have like 15 episodes of just complete filler before it gets to the next plot, or like 50 or like a shit ton of build up before it gets to the next area. No, there's fan service. The fan service is Gojo. Gojo and Nanami are the fan service. There's 2 walking fan services. I feel like the fan service in JJK, it always depends on the crowd you are. Because if you're like if you don't really think about it, then like, no, there's not very much, right? But the Gojo fan service is more for the anime because the author hates Gojo. Why does why does the author hate Gojo? What did Gojo do? What did Gojo do to deserve the hate? Well, the author wrote him to be too perfect. If that wasn't his intention, then why did he do it? But I don't think Gojo is too perfect. I think Gojo is a flawed character. I think that's the whole reason why he's interesting. I think his main thing is that he's Saitama. He reminds me of Saitama. He's the strongest guy there is. There's nobody stronger than him. Commanding the character to leave the narrative? Damn. Apparently he tried to kill off Gojo several times, but his editors told him not to. I mean... his name is Joe, I can't believe it. It's Joe Kaizen, I can't believe it. Also, I don't get that one. I don't know. I'm bad at understanding that one. If you don't like the character you've written, then you're the author. You can physically change them in the story. Joko, oh my god. They're opposites. Their name is the exact same, just flipped around. Oh my god. Basically, my opinion on that is that if he doesn't like the character that he made, well, too bad. Everybody else does. Then he should just change the character to the way that he likes the character. Gojo's only perfect because he wrote him that way. He could have just dialed the back of it before he got there. It's like the friend manga hating him or something. I mean, I get that like changing it would damage the plot or tone. Twitter does it all the time. We don't talk about Twitter. Twitter isn't real. And I mean, it's a good thing he's still alive though, Vegeta, because Vegeta being around makes the series more interesting. And it's kind of the thing with both Vegeta and also Gojo. They make the series they're in a bit more interesting, at least to me. Like, if he wants to make Gojo struggle, then he could, I mean, like, I think he's probably able to do that. So just put it in the meat grinder. Yeah, I mean, the main thing about him is like, Gojo gives me major Saitama vibes. The character that's like on the top, at the top of the world, but is just kind of done with it. Like, he can't really do much because, or have him have a relaxing vacation in the Bahamas for the rest of the series. Yeah, I mean, or just like give him character development into the character you'd like to write. Cause like, I don't know. I'm looking at this from if I was to do the writing, and I would just change the character around in the sense like make them suffer for the sake of character development. But Gojo is Gojo, and Gojo would win. I mean, but that just kind of depends, right? Like, if he could theoretically produce a challenge great enough for Gojo to not be able to do anything, I mean, okay. I'm gonna start speaking in vague terms. But if he wanted to make Gojo have to earn what he has more so, then he could do like he did. I'm not gonna say more. He could do like other people have done and like he has done for Gojo. What the author has done can just do it for Gojo. Right? Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, hold on. I have to get to these questions real quick because I put them here. Here you go. Here's the first question I got asked. How many shows are you watching weekly this season? Dungeon Meshi, that's it. No other ones. I don't usually keep up with weekly anime. I either just read manga. I mean, well, I know Frieren isn't this season though. Frieren was last season. It's 2 season span. Oh, well then Frieren and Dungeon Meshi. Those two. I used to try and keep up with more, but I would just forget, and then I realized that doesn't work for me. My brain does not function properly ever, so keeping up with too many does not work for me. And the other question I got asked, which will be a very easy question, which is, what is the worst anime I have ever suffered the displeasure of watching? Okay, it wasn't that bad, but a very specific like, Sword Art Online was probably the worst one that I've watched. A very specific season of it too. Let me check to make sure. whatever the like fairy one was, whatever the fairy season of uh, that one was, because that one was just like downright awful. It just was not good or redeemable. And then again, like that's season 2 if I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, that season was just like awful. I never watched Promised Neverland. SAO, yeah, no, it was SAO. SAO season 2 fucking sucked. I think that's a series that had so many good ideas but executed them so poorly. Also, the displays of plot armor. I watched it and actually kind of liked it. I just had to completely ignore the villain. But that's the issue though, right? You have to like blot stuff out in your mind to actually get the experience that you want out of it. Like a bad villain can ruin an entire arc. And SAO Abridged is better than the original series by a long shot. It has more soul. No, and here's the thing, I'm fine ragging on it because I don't think the author likes it very much either. I'm correct, especially the earlier stuff. Because I think it was like some of his first work. I agree, Nat. The spin-off was a lot better. Everything else was bad. I just I could not like it. I don't know, I couldn't like the main stuff. I was fine with it when I first watched it. Oh, they're doing a season 2 of that? Maybe I'll check it out, I don't know. It was better than the other one. But I'll if I remember what the foot season was like, it's been quite a bit of time. It's set to release this year. Okay. Jeez, there's so much stuff set to release this year. I think I turned off my desktop audio so I can check some things. I just want to look something up really quick. I'm gonna mute the tab just to be sure. Yep. Now, something I'm really excited for. What is it? Yeah, they're making a season 3 for One Punch Man, which is exciting. One Punch Man, yay! Speaking of One Punch Man, that show is really good. I think any work by that author, by one, is just like destined to be good. I ran out of water, oh no. I will simply survive, okay. I've not watched it yet. You might catch up for season 3. I'd recommend it. it's a good watch. Season 1 is the best. Season 2 is fine. It's just that people are mad about the animation quality drop because it got handed over to a different studio. What is it? I forgot. Wait, no. The author one. I'm very forgetful today. I like his works. He also made Mob Psycho 100, which is one of my favorite anime ever of all time. I think it's his best work. Also, one thing I want to mention, by the way, that I think is very imperative to show. I want to show something off to everybody. Add new image. Okay. What do you think this is? What do you think that is? Yeah, it's a really high quality photo, right? Oops, I dropped my phone, okay. This isn't a... So this right here is a piece of artwork made by the illustrator. Yeah, this is the piece of artwork made by the illustrator of One Punch Man. This is this is art. This is drawn. This is not a photo. This is a drawn piece. If I zoom in really close, you could tell. Yeah, this is art by the One Punch Man illustrator. The detail in the manga panels for One Punch Man is crazy. I'm trying to find better pictures of it so I can better exemplify. Like how insane the artist is. But a lot of the stuff is not good material. Oh hey, that one's good. Just taking a snapshot of the detailing on a manga panel for One Punch Man. Let's go. Wait, I keep forgetting I have to download the images that I get. I'm too hasty. And bam. Like, this isn't the best one I could find, but this was close. This is the best. This is the best I could find, but this isn't the best one I've seen. But like, you get what I mean, right? Like, he does some silly detailing. The artist is very good at like doing crazy things. So that's why I think he is a very good artist, which is great. The left eyeball could be a stock image and I wouldn't be able to tell. Yeah, let me pull it back up again. It's so detailed. Like, even how like they got the iris down. Like, he's such a good artist. It's crazy. I don't know how much more I can go on with. Look at the Arnifal portrait. I'm copying that and pasting that. Okay, missed it by an inch. Oh. Oh, he did. That's interesting. Yeah, he did a very. I didn't even notice the mirror until like that was the main thing I was supposed to have noticed. Although I do have to say some things about this image though. The woman has a weird hairline, and the dude has the Jamiroquai hat. I'm not wrong. The future's made of virtual insanity, I suppose. Welcome in. I am exclusively English speaking, I'm sorry. How is this the second time you roasted a dead woman's hairline? It's just what I do. I just am. That's my talent, okay? Hello, welcome. Welcome in. We're talking about anime right now, or not anime. We're talking about a painting that was mentioned. No, you don't have to be sorry. It's okay. Nothing to be sorry about. I might have to like, I might not have much longer to be live though, because my throat is giving out on me today. It's about to die again. I can feel it giving out. I don't have no water, so yeah. I'm so sorry. This one was very short. I'm so sorry to people who just arrived. I'm not feeling all too good, so I have to end. My voice is about to go away for a couple for a bit. Thank you all for stopping by. Okay. Bye bye now. I hope it'll show you be better by tomorrow, hopefully.